Good afternoon, guys. Evergreen Gun Nut here with you with a little rant, because quite frankly, I'm freaking pissed off, alright? I live in the Evergreen State, Washington State, and as a lot of you fellow gun-loving Americans might have heard, Washington State is trying to slip through some shitty little new gun laws to infringe on our fine state's previously pretty friendly laws. And I don't like it one bit. And this goes out to you, Mr. Bob Ferguson, Attorney General of Washington State. We don't want it. Law-abiding residents of Washington State, we don't want your stupid ass gun restriction. It's not gun, it's gun restrictions, okay? So, y'all know what's happened in California. It's just gone crazy down there. Oregon is following suit with a lot of the stuff California has done actually a long time ago. They're trying to ban large capacity magazines. I call them standard capacity magazines, but hey. And Washington's what old Bobby Ferguson's trying to do here in Washington is they're gonna try to peddle two separate laws. One, a much more aggressive law, basically prohibits the transfer of the assault weapon forever. You're grandfathered to keep it, but unless you relinquish it to law enforcement or you sell it to an authorized dealer, the weapon dies with you. So I can't give my freaking kids my weapons that I and lots of other people have spent a lot of good hard-earned money on some fine weapons, right? And now I can't hand them down to my kid. I can't leave them to my wife. They got to go to a freaking law enforcement gun crusher. I don't know, whatever the hell they do with them. I'm assuming they melt them down or something. I mean, it's no laughing matter, though. It's a bunch of BS, and I'm fed up with it. So that's the first law is that they're getting, no weapon dies with you. And now their backup plan, their contingency law, is a little bit less aggressive. And right here, it states this would impose the licensing process, okay? So now, instead of just having to have a CPL, which is still bullshit, we all know it, it's complete horseshit. We should have national reciprocity. We have a right to carry under the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, all right? And I think federally, nationally, we're moving closer to that. The problem is at the state level, these freaking liberal politicians are running wild. They're unchecked, And in Washington here, we don't have a say, all right? King County, Seattle, has the say. They elect the politicians, and they do whatever the hell they want. The rest of us, sporting shooters and just collectors and people who like, military-style weapons, which I do. I like the way they feel in my hand. I like to be near them. I like to be around them. I like the way they smell, And that's my right. I like my weapons, okay? And, this licensing thing, first off, $50 fee initially, probably minimum $50 fee to have a license to purchase an AR-15 or a 30-round magazine, okay? Complete BS, all right? Not only is it unconstitutional, but it's robbery. It's just another way for the state of Washington to earn more tax revenue. And they're going to be earning it from the citizens of Spokane County, Pierce County, Thurston County. We're the country people that like our weapons. And all these freaking hipsters up in Seattle, they don't think we should be able to own weapons because they're bad, because someone got shot. Well, guess what? I didn't do the shooting, okay? Right? Mass punishment, that's something I endured in the Army. But you know what? It's a bad way to do business, all right? We all know this already. So anyway, yeah, licensing. This license has to be renewed every year too. So it's, every year. And I do, if I recall, they're also, with this licensing, is an enhanced background check as well as a 10-day waiting period to get your rifle. Now, that could be helpful, okay? I admit it. It could be helpful. If some psycho is all ramped up and he wants to go in and buy a rifle and he has to wait, that actually could help, okay? But for me, it doesn't make any difference because I don't commit crimes, right? You guys don't commit crimes. We go to the woods, we go to our gun clubs, we go to the desert, wherever you have to shoot. We go out and we have a good ass time with our guns and our culture because that's what we like, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I'm about fed up. I'm gonna do everything I can here. I've sent letters to the Washington AG's office expressing my displeasure with the whole thing, and I do plan on getting involved with the NRA's Institute for Legislative Action and their local grassroots stuff. I am a NRA Life member. My wife and I are both NRA Life members, so we do support the NRA. I think they do. Hell, without the NRA, we probably wouldn't have any rights at this time. So I'm glad. I hope that they're going to be hitting the ground hard in Washington to fight this crap because it's getting out of control. We're losing our rights, and they're people say they're not coming to take your guns. Blah blah blah. You're just overreacting. You're a nut job because you think they're coming to take your guns. Well, you know what? There is a lot of politicians and a lot of people who don't think we should be able to own weapons, and that's a fact. All right? So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's a fact. So let them call me a nut job. I know all they try to do, these politicians, get their foot in the door, slip through some midnight legislation in a closed session, and voila, there it is. Once it's in, we all know how hard it is to get rid of it. Look at United Kingdom. They're sucking over there. They're just finally waking up in the United Kingdom going, what the hell happened to our rights? My God, we let them take our rights away. And we're doing the same crap here. We are letting it happen. So I'll tell you what, be on your guard, get involved, okay guys? And I tell you what, I'm going to be out at the state capitol down in Olympia on Wednesday afternoon. It'll be my first open carry with a rifle experience, so it's going to be interesting. I'm probably going to put some footage up of that, and we'll see what kind of, reactions we get. And hopefully I'll run into some cool cops that know the laws and not some a-holes who don't know the laws, because we know those are the scariest ones to deal with, the ones that don't know the laws. So anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I'll keep you updated on the status of things here in the state. As of now, I don't even know when I don't even know when they vote. I don't even know when the session is. So they keep a real tight wrap on stuff like this because they want to ram it through on Friday night when nobody's watching. So, but guess what? There are people watching. So if you're a Washingtonian and you're watching this, express your displeasure with Mr. Bob Ferguson with the Washington Attorney General's office. Okay, guys? Once again, thanks for listening, and I will catch you next time.